Hey, what is up, peeps? Today I want to show you how to add your own custom vehicles and or even bases, if you so will, to your DayZ or DayZ Epoch servers. So the first thing you want to do is join your own server. Now you can do it this different way as well. You can also, of course, launch exe file of Arma 2 OA and add launch parameters, but I guarantee this way is much faster, because if you launch it through the Z commander, it automatically launches with all the launch parameters you will ever need. Now, what I want to make this video a little bit different from the other video tutorials. Hold on, disconnect here. We press Alt and E in here. And the way what I mean about different is I want to add some jets to this one, and I want to remove weapons. So for example, if you're running a DayZ Epoch server, you know yourself, you just can't add jets to your server, right? Because I mean, people would just go nuts at destroying other people's bases. But you still want people to use them jets, and for example, you create on this app, you create some kind of bandit island or something like that, like an event or something, maybe the admin event, server event, and you want people to be able to obtain a jet plane but not be able to use weapons. And plus, if you already know this part but you are struggling with getting your vehicles to work, I'll show you how to make them permanent so they don't disappear, and do it properly, like only for the items you actually spawn through an editor here, not like normally if you look online, you will find out people sharing code that includes that involves ignoring all of the vehicles spawned in customly. So there is a problem with the security layer right there. So I'll show you how to edit the code of your server PBO and add your own custom vehicles to it. Now let's start here with first things first. We need to set a center. This is just required so we can save this file. You won't be using this. Oh, my apologies. You can also look around with the right click mouse. You can look around. WASD, move around, hold shift, move you faster. Q goes up and Z goes down. So anyway, let's edit. Let's create a center, and next thing you need to create a group. Otherwise you won't be able to create the units, which is also required to be able to save this file. So we select the unit and we create a playable unit, and takes a while for me for some reason. I probably need to defragment my hard drive. Anyway, there we go. Hey fella, now we are able to sell it, save it. Tutorial. Just name it whatever you want, and let's add the 2 jets. We'll be adding 1-seaters today. So we need to add the vehicle, and by vehicle, obviously I mean a jet, but in this game everything is a vehicle except for the terrain and the players and AI, which are units. The rocks here, the buildings there, that building there, even the trees and the bushes are actually vehicles in this game, as weird as it sounds. Right, so let's go vehicle air, and let's add L39. That's a 1-seater, and let's add I like the F-35. What is it? I love that one. F-35B. There we go. Now you can move objects around with your left mouse. Shift will make them rotate. You can press Alt to change the altitude, I guess. Right. Now if we save this, let me just go a little bit closer there. Save this, and go with the preview. If we enter the vehicle now, we should have all the weapons active. Yeah, there you go. GSH-23L and rockets. Right, just damaged myself a bit there. Anyway, let's restart this. Right, we want to remove that shit, okay? So what we're doing here is, hold on, let me just minimize that thing. We need to find the weapon class names first. So if you just go online, people will just give you those, right? If you're asking forums, people will just give you names, but they won't tell you how you actually get them, which is annoying. Now, so to get them, you go to Arma 2 weapons. You need to find the weapons list, which is in community wiki, which is currently down, so I am using a cached Google cache instead. Yeah, my bad. I was already looking for it. So you won't find L39 here. I found that one looking around different websites, I think, but you can also look for a weapon, for example, and GSH-23L, which is this one, that it's the one that plane is using, but it'll be L39, which we can't find here again, which sucks, but at least you know. I think I found that one in Play with 6 website, can't remember. So anyway, this here is a weapon class, this here is the ammo class, and that's another ammo class, I think, and this is what vehicle is using it, but it doesn't show up here for some reason. Now you will need to remove the weapon, and normally you would have to remove ammo as well, which is it's called good practice, but I'm not gonna do it for the tutorial. I'm gonna leave it that to complete this for you to decide if you want to do that. It's not necessary, but it helps with performance apparently. Right, so let's go back and let me show you how to remove the weapons. So let's go with the L39 first. We go with this, which refers to this object or this vehicle or whatever. It's this. So you apply the action to this guy. We go with this, remove weapon and the class name. For me it was GSH-23L L39 and semicolon. Don't forget the quotation marks, by the way. And the second weapon was S5 something. S5, yeah. That was, go back here, I go find for S5. Of course you can't find it. but I know for sure it was 57mm launcher. It's this one here. Again, I found it somewhere else. It's just pain in the ass the way it's so not organized or unorganized in here for whatever reason. But for the F-35, you'll see it's much easier to find stuff. And for the majority of other vehicles there. So again, after semicolon we go with this, remove weapon, it is 57mm launcher, semicolon, OK, save it and preview. Should be removed, and there we go. I'm pressing F5. There's nothing, no weapons in here. We'll do the same for the F-35. Yeah, I checked it. I'm not gonna go show you how to check this stuff, I guess, but it had, right, fine, I will. It had side window. Oh wait, no, let's just go with F-35. There we go. So bomb launcher F-35, that's the weapon, one of the weapons. The other one was GA-12 here, and side wind launcher here. There you go, for this plane. So F-35 makes it so much easier to do it. So this Damn it. Damn it. So this remove weapon side window launcher underscore F35 semicolon. Next one, this remove weapon. You get the idea. Bomb launcher F35. This remove weapon. Yeah, it has a lot of weapons. Quite annoying. Try one of the two-seaters that has a manual fire option. Those has like 5 or 6 even weapons. It's just crazy. I'm telling you. Got 12 quotient marks and semicolon. Save it. Tutorial. Just let's just double check before we move on to the next step, shall we? Oh, the damn sign window is still there. Why is it there? What did I miss? I think I misspelled it. The small weapon inside the window. Launcher F35. I'm just gonna go remove ammunition. Oh, by the way, you can also change the health of the planes, right? How damaged they are. Remove the fuel. How much fuel they have? Come on. And the ammunition always just for these two. We just set to very low. No ammo. So ammunition low. Yeah, and for some reason I know this code works. I don't know what the hell. This remove weapon side window launcher underscore F35. Sorry, I don't know what the hell just happened there. Why I didn't remove it, but I know that's the proper one. Must be a typo or something. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Screw this shit. Right. So we go back. Just clean it, restart, and it's all saved for us. I'll just double check again. Save it. And we are pretty much safe to exit this. Yeah. Now you need to go to your documents. So your documents are my two other profiles. I think it was gonna be missions, and you need to find tutorial dot Pantera 2. So after the dot there will be a map for you. So tutorial dot Pantera 2 for me. That was, and there you'll find two files. One is mission and the mission.bd. You can there are some converters that you can convert the BD to SQF, but it's not required for us. What we want is the mission SQF file, which is this one here. Right, the good thing is, the first thing you want to look at is activate add-ons. This particular one does not require any extra add-ons. But if you get extra activate add-ons here, well, you're gonna have to copy those to your mission file. So you'll need to unpack your mission PBO, and you'll right in the root folder you'll see mission.sqf, and you'll need to add this add-on on top of the list over there. What that does, it will remove these error messages you get when you join the server. It will still work, but it will at least remove those stupid messages that you cannot play this mission because it is missing downloadable content, bullshit like that. So that's how you fix those messages, guys. If you get the add-on here, you add them to a mission file, mission SQF. Anyway, so we don't need these, but Right, so that's that. Addon, we don't care about it. You know, this creates center west, we don't need that. Center group, we don't need that, and the unit, we don't need that. So we'll just remove these, right? So the way it works is you see squiggly brackets, right? So this it says unit 0. If the unit 0 is the object, then you create an object and put it in a group 0 and the object called buff soldier. So we don't want that. Just remove this crap code, and we don't need any processing scripts or anything like that. Now we only add the two vehicles, which is here. This is what we see here, which is vehicle 0 and vehicle 1, which is the L39 and the F35B. And here's the vehicle init code in here as well. Side window launcher. I don't know why the hell it didn't work, but let me just give you my other code that actually did work. It must be a typo or something. Yeah, this one definitely works. Oh wow, it was a typo. You see that? It's not launcher, it's launcher without N. Launcher. What the shit? Come on, BI. Seriously. Right, anyway, let's move to the next step, shall we? Now, you want to copy these vehicles, right? So we're not gonna save over our mission file, just in case if you decide to come back to your mission file there and actually edit it. So we're gonna create a new file for this, right? Just copy this and close it. We don't save it. And we will save it to a desktop under name, let's say, just call it jets.sqf, right? Now here's what's gonna happen now. If you go into your mission file, actually let me show you that. Where's my downloads? This was a clean file I downloaded. Go away. MP missions Pantera. Where's Pantera? There's Pantera. So there you go, init. So if you go into the init, just on the very bottom, on the very bottom, you scroll down, and we will include these files. So let's say jets. Just reuse this one, anti-hack. So we go to the very bottom, and we will just initialize a jet script. Now, if you want to put it in a customs folder or something else, let's say my shit, right? So that will be in your my shit folder, and the jets.sqf file. That's as simple as that. That's how you activate them. You need to put them in your init file, in your mission file. Now, and the jets SQF will go into the mission file as well, on inside a my shit folder, not on the root. Otherwise, you can just keep it on root if you so want. If you're a messy guy, just keep it in your root together, just close to init file, beside init file. My bad. Now, this is not complete. What happens here is everyone's gonna, let's say you have 40 people on your server and everyone downloads this mission file. What happens is every single one of those people who joins your server will spawn these airplanes, like literally clutter fucking your server there. So let's say Peter joins, and Peter will spawn these two planes. Max joins, then he'll spawn that. So how do you only spawn it once per server restart? So or how do you make the server only be able to spawn these? And to do that, you need to add a code on top. You need to kind of put it within the code side. So that's something that actually checks: are you a server? No. if you're not the server, then you fuck off. So if is server, then do this code, and on the bottom we'll just close the tag, and don't forget the semicolon. So what happens here is a guy, a Peter, downloads a mission file. His Arma installation or game goes through all of this code here, and then it stops here, right? So it stops here and it says execute the Jetstar SQF. So the Arma code jumps to the SQF and starts reading here. But what happens is it will ignore this part because it says, are you the code line here asks, are you a server? It will be automatically no, of course you're just a client, you're not a server. So this part will be completely skipped by the player. So only server will be able to spawn these, right? So we save these, and well, that's pretty much it. You're done. Now I'm not gonna add this to my server, okay, because I already have running server. I'm just gonna demonstrate you how it looks live. But there is, oh actually no, I forgot one thing actually. I did forget one thing. Now it will work, you will see the planes on the server, but once you, the first moment you enter the plane, it will be removed, or within 10 seconds. So to fix that, you need to open your DAISY server, BBO. My bad, I completely forgot about this part. Now you open compile and you copy server object. Copy it. Go away. You'll have to repack this back as this file as well. So is it, come here, you. Right, this will probably for you gonna look like a gibberish, and it actually looks for me as a gibberish as well. But don't freak out. I'm gonna explain everything I'm doing here, right? So basically, if you look through the code here, this is the code that is responsible for the deletion, right? Now I'm gonna tell you right away. This is to fix the deletion. All you need to do is simply comment out this line, save the file, repack it, and you're good to go. Well, yes and no. It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea because it removes a layer of security. I mean, like, imagine if a hacker comes on your server and spawns a Jet or Apache server. It will not be deleted because you commented out this line, just so you can have your shitty Jets out there. So to work around that, we'll do a awesome stuff called scripting. So we'll start with just start with a custom code here, right here. Okay, so we'll define a custom, a private value, which will be actually a string in this case. But anyway, we'll call it my custom. Right, you will right away notice that if there is a underscore in front of it, that means it's a private value, and if there is not, you can see it becomes a it's not a global value. It's just, I think it is global value. Sorry, it becomes a public value. A global value would be something entirely different. That would anyway. If you look at this one, for example, here, that one is a public value, and this one here, and this one here, and this one here, it's their private values. Anyway, don't bother with that. So what happens here is this outputs a diag log. It just outputs an information to your RPT log. It's saying skipping null objects or whatever. Now it checks the type, which is this, as we earlier discussed. It's this, the plane. What is it? So parachute west would be a type of object, which is this. Select 0, select me, myself, right, or this. So are you a parachute west, or are you a parachute C? And if you are, you will be ignored. You won't be deleted. So anything else except these two derps here will be deleted. And if is it buildable object, for example, in objects, in Daisy allowed objects, which is actually in your Daisy code file under Daisy allowed. It's under variables.sqf. Don't concern yourself with it too much, and don't worry about the object IDs, UIDs. And here, this is where it checks if it's not parachute west. This one here, which includes both of them, by the way, then it is not okay. True, but sorry, if it's not parachute west and it's not locked object, if it's not one of those, it's something else, then it's not okay becomes true, which means it's not okay, delete it. And this is the actual code. Do not build if do not update if buildable. If is not okay, and if it's still not okay, but it is buildable, for example, it will still exit. It will say no, like no, don't delete this. But if it's still not okay, for example, it says it's not okay, right? So it didn't pass the check in here. It will exit with delete vehicle. So this is what deletes it actually. So we need to work around that. So let's say we go with my custom, and just right down on here we go my custom, and boom, close it down. Right, so it is a type of, again, open another one inside of it. It is, we're just literally copying this part here, okay, which is type of object. So we are checking in the object equals, and we need to check jets. Damn it, my bad. Sorry. So this guy, is it this guy? Hello. So quote in question mark, are you L39 plane? Now, and oh, we need the F35 as well. So, or are you? Let me just copy this part. Okay, sorry guys, I'm not gonna type this. That'll be crazy, right? That looks familiar to this one, isn't it? You can keep adding stuff like that, guys. You can add as many vehicles as you want to be excluded like this, by the way. Right, so all you need to do is copy this part here, right, and just keep adding as many vehicles as you want. Just change these classes to, you know, something, whatever you're spawning in. Yeah. Now delete these. That looks good. Right, so we have defined my custom as a private value, and it is in here as a private value here, and it is actually defined. So it's an array. This value, or string in this case, it is actually array, or array. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Array of these two strings. So we want them to be checked as well. So we go back here and we check if is not, exclamation mark stands for not. This, for example, yeah, my custom and is not parachute west, is not locked object. This will check quite the opposite. If it is my custom, so these guys will always be banned. So we don't want that. We want this is not my custom, right? If it's not my custom, if it's not my parachute, parachute west, and it's not locked, don't worry about lock. That's super hard to explain how it works. Then delete the object. So now this is how we create filters. It's pretty simple, right? All we need to do is add my custom in here, define it here, and well, tell it what it is. Add these objects to an array. So define, add objects, and put it in a loop. Or sorry, in this case it's a statement. What to do with it. It's as simple as that. So now we close that and you put it back into your Daisy server PPO, which was again under compiles. Okay, compile server object.sqf. So that's for the filtering part. And these two guys, they went into a mission file, wherever you wanted to place them. Now, let me just quickly pause this, and I'm gonna launch and show you how it works. There we go. By the way, yes, that is exactly what you see. That is my Emerald interior system, and that is another video for that as well. And I also shared the code how to add these to a Epoch forums. So go out and check it out. It's called Emerald Interior Designer. So we'll just put code on there, right? We will teleport to where I placed my jets. So there's the F-35 I put in hangar. There's the I also added these ANs there as well. Custom. They're like placed all across the map randomly, and the two guys there. There is a bug with all this thing. If you guys can figure out, please share your knowledge. If you just press repair, it just repairs it for some reason. It doesn't repair the fuel. It doesn't refuel it, but it still repairs it, which is kind of annoying. So as you see, this is a live server, and there is no weapons on this one. And that's pretty much it, guys.